Hello, this is Motor PD Jung Won-ju. In this video, we're going to take a drive in the Hyundai Motor Company's flagship electric model, the IONIQ 9. The IONIQ 9 is a large SUV model based on the electric global modular platform. Its most prominent features are its substantial size and the expansive interior it offers, befitting the highest number, 9. To match its size, it's equipped with a large capacity 110.3 kilowatt-hour battery. Depending on the specific model, drivetrain and wheels, it has a maximum driving range of 532 kilometers. The models are divided into the long-range two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive and the performance all-wheel drive. However, all three models have a driving range of over 500 kilometers on a single charge. The sales price starts at 67.15 million won. With the subsidy applied, the price starts in the low to mid 60 million won range. Looking closer, the 7-seater exclusive is 67.15 million won, the Prestige is 73.15 million won, and the Calligraphy is 77.92 million won. For the 6-seater, the exclusive starts at 69.03 million won, the Prestige at 74.64 million won, and the Calligraphy at 79.41 million won. The overall exterior design is said to have been engineered with aerodynamics in mind. Despite its large size, it optimizes airflow and provides a spacious interior. Furthermore, for improved efficiency, it's also said to be the world's first to feature a dual-motion active air flap on the lower front bumper. This design and tech, focusing on aerodynamic performance, achieves a drag coefficient of 0.259, top level for a large SUV. And it's the first Hyundai to incorporate a hidden antenna, making it invisible, thus presenting a much more streamlined and refined appearance. At the rear lamp extends vertically downward in a long continuous line. The auxiliary brake light also stretches across the top when you press the brakes. These lamps, just like the existing IONIQ models, adopt a pixel design. The exterior design gets mixed reviews, but the interior is quite roomy, providing ample space in the first, second, and even third rows. Its total length is 5,060 mm, with a generous 3,130 mm wheelbase. It's 1,980 mm wide and 1,790 mm high. Regarding seat configuration, there are 4 types of seats available as options, 3 for the 6-seater and 1 for the 7-seater. The first row seats come equipped with the Ergo Motion Seats relaxation feature, alongside a leg rest designed to comfortably support your calves. It also incorporates a massage function. For the 6-seater configuration, the second row offers a choice among the premium relaxation seat, a swiveling seat, or the dynamic body care seat. The 7-seater model comes equipped with a standard 60/40 split folding seat. And the universal island console, first seen in the IONIQ 5, has been upgraded to a 2.0 version, allowing it to move forward and backward up to 190 mm. So it has a wider range of movement. When you pull it all the way back, you can also move through the center aisle. Furthermore, the armrest is quite versatile, offering accessibility from both the sides and also from the rear. There are plenty of incredibly spacious storage compartments throughout the vehicle. You'll find one located above the glove box, in the very center console, on the upper deck, down below, and even behind the armrest as well. It has a panoramic curved display consisting of 2 12.3-inch screens. Specifically, the mood lighting on the dashboard is designed to illuminate from above. The door trim lights up from below, and by the way, the center of the display is empty. Regarding the cluster, it offers 3 primary themes: simple, modern, and classic, from which you can further select between styles A, B, or C. The classic theme is circular, like traditional combustion cars. One of the interesting features is a mode called virtual gear shift, or VGS, which lets you feel virtual gear changes. They claim it mimics the gear shifts of an internal combustion engine, but it's not entirely realistic. This function, however, can be bought from the Blue Link store. The exterior color palette includes 7 glossy and 3 matte options, making a total of 10 colors available. And there are also 5 interior color options. Despite its substantial size, the vehicle's overall movement is remarkably smooth and fluid. According to a Hyundai official, the ride comfort was tuned to be comfort-oriented. However, instead of being overly soft and plush, it appears to be a firmer setup that effectively rounds off the edges and absorbs impacts. Moreover, it effectively manages the rear rebound. Typically, large SUV models often experience a jarring bounce at the rear when crossing speed bumps, even if the front clears smoothly. Yet, the IONIQ 9 notably mitigates such occurrences, adeptly absorbing both vibration and impact at the rear with remarkable finesse. However, unlike the Palisade, it doesn't have the preview electronically controlled suspension. However, the ride comfort isn't just good at high speeds, it also remains quite comfortable even on less than ideal road surfaces. Therefore, I don't anticipate any significant disappointments in that regard. The quietness is also quite good. Both the front and rear are equipped with double laminated sound insulating glass. As a flagship model, it reportedly features extensive sound absorbing and noise insulating materials throughout. Also, the pillars and roof area are finished with this luxurious suede, though it might vary by trim. Nevertheless, the interior materials aren't truly luxurious. Still, the parts your body touches are covered in soft materials. This part on the dashboard is also a rather unique element. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that the IONIQ 9 comes in two versions, a long-range model and a performance model. The rear-wheel drive, long-range 2 WD model has a max output of 160 kilowatts and a max torque of 350 Newton meters. It gets 4.3 kilometers per kilowatt hour and has a 532 kilometer range. The long-range 8 WD model delivers 226 kW max output, 605 Nm max torque, and 4.1 efficiency. The single-charge driving range is 503 kilometers. The Performance AWD model has a max output of 315 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters of torque. But even so, its efficiency remains 4.1 and the range is almost identical at 501 kilometers. The IONIQ 9 offers various driving modes: Basic Drive, Eco, Normal, Sport, My Drive, and pressing it again reveals 4 terrain modes: Auto, Snow, Mud, and Sand. In Drive Eco mode, even with the accelerator fully pressed, the speed increases very slowly. Of course, Eco mode is better for efficiency, but its wide margin for control also makes it a rather comfortable mode. Normal is exactly as its name implies, the basic mode. However, the responsiveness to pedal input becomes quite distinctly different from Eco mode. However, in Sport mode, the responsiveness becomes significantly faster. The IONIQ 9 has a pretty significant difference between its modes. In some vehicles, you can barely feel the difference between Eco, Normal, and Sport modes. However, in this case, likely due to the relatively broad power range, the variations across these modes are quite distinct and noticeable. Because the car's length and wheelbase are proportionally longer than its overall width, when you're driving it, you really get the feeling you're behind the wheel of a minivan, not an SUV. Even though it's quite a large vehicle, the excellent overall visibility ensures that its handling doesn't feel overly burdensome. Right now, the seat is at its lowest, yet the seating position is still quite high. Furthermore, the test model I'm currently driving is equipped with virtual mirrors. I previously mentioned that the virtual mirrors on the IONIQ 5 felt a bit awkward to me. However, I've heard from current owners that once you become accustomed to them, they are actually far more convenient and user-friendly than traditional mirrors. These virtual mirrors aren't operated by touch. Instead, you need to use the buttons located just in front of the door handle to adjust them. Moreover, when the turn signal is activated, the distance is clearly displayed in distinct orange and red hues, which is quite helpful. The braking feel isn't excessively spongy, nor does it abruptly bite too hard. Moreover, the steering still maintains a relatively light setup, even when you're driving in sport mode. Alright, so today we took the Hyundai IONIQ 9 for a drive. Until now, Hyundai Motor Company, unlike Kia with its EV9, had purposefully left the flagship position in its IONIQ brand unoccupied. So, with the IONIQ 5, 6 and now the 9, they've finally unveiled their flagship model. However, the electric vehicle market hasn't exactly been thriving lately, has it? I'm curious to see if the Hyundai Motor Company's IONIQ 9, launched in such a difficult time, can achieve meaningful results.